Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, of course, you can tell by the title, I do have a haul for you guys. And I filmed this haul over a month ago. I'll be real, over a month ago, I've had these things sitting here. I filmed it shortly after I came back from LA because a few people were asking me to show them what I actually brought back. And I filmed the video including a lot of stuff that I picked up from Sephora that you guys are gonna see here. And when I was like editing the video, I was just overwhelmed. Literally, it was 30 minutes into the video and I was just sick and tired of hearing my own voice. So I decided to refilm it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show you guys the things and of course do like first impressions, reviews, or even demos with some of the products that you guys are gonna see. I think that's just the best way to do it because especially when it comes on to skincare, whenever I talk about it, I just go off, you know, like I start talking about things that don't need to be included in a haul video. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show you guys the things that I purchased and then, you know, of course, as I said, do reviews and whatnot. And if you guys want specific reviews on different things, let me know because that way I would actually make videos that you guys want to see as opposed to make videos that I want to make. Anyhow, let me get started with the skincare because I feel like that's the stuff that I'm most excited about. And it's so odd that on a beauty channel, a lot of people just want to see the makeup portion, but I will say the skincare is my favorite part. So I'm going to start off with that. The first thing I purchased is this Peter Thomas Roth Retinol Fusion PM, and this is a night serum. And I've been wanting to try a really good retinol cream for a while, and I've used other retinol products like a 0.5. This one is 1.5%. But I love the fact that this one has vitamin C and E. All right, let me show you guys the bottle. I've been using this, I'll be honest, for 2 weeks because I had these things sitting down and, you know, I was just not using them. So anyways, this is what it looks like. And I am really impressed with this product. I think after using it for 3 days or maybe a week, okay, maybe I've been using it for more than 2 weeks, but I remember using it and someone made a comment on my skin, which probably never happens on my channel before, but that has been it's been working quite good for me. But if you guys once again want to see more on these products, let me know, especially the skincare. Another product from Peter Thomas Roth is their Glycolic Acid 10% Hydrating Gel. And this one I wanted to do because I do have blemishes. I do have dark marks from old breakouts. So I wanted something that's going to lightly fade those dark marks and also just even out my skin tone in general. I just wanted to start really treating those dark marks before the summer rolls around because I won't be using these types of products in the summertime. I mean, you can with a really good SPF, but I prefer to use them in the wintertime because, you know, my skin is less, there's less sun pretty much, because when there's too much sun, that can actually do the reverse and make your skin more make your skin more attractive to the sun. So it gives you, you know, makes your dark marks darker. So a word of caution, these aren't products that I would use in the summer, but now I'm trying to cram them in before before the winter ends. Anyways, the other product I wanted to show you guys is this moisturizer I picked up from Clinique. And Clinique has a moisturizer that is my favorite. It's the Moisture Surge Intense. It's a water-based moisturizer. I do have combination skin, but in the wintertime, I'm more dehydrated. So I've been using that and I've been loving it. But since I purchased these two products, I wanted to get something that has SPF in it. So I actually wanted a daytime moisturizer, even though this is not nearly enough SPF and I would have to add more SPF to it. You know, I just wanted to get something that has SPF on days that I'm just not with the whole, you know, putting on 5 products. I can just skip to this moisturizer and still have peace of mind that it does have some SPF in it. But anyways, this one is the Clinique Smart SPF 15 Custom Repair Moisturizer. This is what it looks like. I got mine in the Extreme, which is more like the very dry to dry. I do have combination skin once again, but in the winter time, I prefer my moisturizers to be a little bit thicker and richer, because that way I feel like my skin is actually getting the moisture that it needs. So I picked up the one that is the dry to very dry version. Another product from Clinique that I picked up was their Turnaround Revitalizing Instant Facial. That's what this one looks like. This one is an exfoliator, so it does have little tiny beads in it, but this one also I think has, I think the girl said it had lactic acid as well as, you know, some other acids as well. So it's giving you like a mechanical exfoliation, but it's also giving you like a chemical exfoliation as well. You know, I don't know if these terms are familiar to you guys, but this is the part where I would kind of go off and start explaining stuff. So if you guys do want to hear me talk more about skincare and choosing different, you know, type of products for your skin concerns, let me know and I'll definitely do that. The fifth product I'm going to show you guys. Okay, this is something I've been wanting to try for a very long time. Amy Macedo here on YouTube, she always talks about this product. It's the that's the box, but it's the Boscia Tsubaki Deep Hydration Sleeping Mask. Another important step, once again, retinol is a product that if you're not careful, it can dry your skin out. I wanted to do this at nights because of that. I know it has retinol, but it has a higher percentage. It's 1.5. So I did purchase this because I wanted something that's gonna keep my skin hydrated and moisturized, especially at nights when our skin do most of its repairing and all that good stuff. So anyways, I don't know, as it says, it's an overnight mask. So you apply it sort of like a moisturizer, a little bit thicker than a moisturizer, and you wake up pretty much with supple, bright looking, healthy, radiant skin is pretty much what you're gonna get in the morning. I've been using these products for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I've been loving the results that I've been getting. So I'm quite happy with that. Oh, I have to show you guys this because I cannot wait to start using it. This is another Peter Thomas Roth product. And this is their Maskaholic mask, 5-piece mask kit. Oh my God, guys, I've been hearing people talk about this since probably November when all the Christmas, you know, gift packages started coming out, and I was in the market for some new skincare. I wanted something different. I wanted to really, you know, start taking my skincare a little bit more seriously than I have been lately, I'll be honest. I think I just got stuck in a rut where I just kind of been doing the same thing I was doing for probably a couple of years. And some nights I'm not inspired to do it. So I felt like doing like a whole revamp my skincare so that it would make me more excited night and day to really use these products. But anyways, this one has 5 different masks in it. And if you guys know Peter Thomas Roth products, they have really good ingredients in it in terms of very active ingredients. But this one has the cucumber gel mask, the rose stem cell mask, the pumpkin enzyme mask, the Irish Moor mud mask, as well as the 24 gold mask. What I love about this is that the value is, actually it's $92, but the value is $253. And at first I was a little bit, you know, concerned because I was thinking that these were gonna be really tiny, but you actually get a pretty good sized mask. I think it's the same size as this moisturizer is what each of these are, or maybe just a little bit less. So you're getting quite a bit for the money. I'm not sure if this is still available on Sephora. I got it off the website, so if you guys are interested, I'll try to find it and leave a link in the description box down below. Okay, one more for skincare. I told you guys, I went crazy for skincare. This is something that I've tried a couple times, but this is what it looks like in the box. And this is from a company called Ren. And at first I was gonna buy most of what I was looking for from Ren because I have tried this little dual kit before, and it was only about $26, $22 if you're in the US. And Oh my goodness, guys. I first got it as like a maybe 100-point perk or as a beauty deal. And well, I got this thing as, this is what it looks like. It's pretty small, but I've had this and it's lasted me probably for 2 months. But anyways, it comes with the Flash Rinse 1-minute facial. Which is like an exfoliator. Oh my God, this stuff gives you instant results. I promise you, I exfoliate my face with this and it has the tiniest beads possible, but it gives you like a really nice polish. It's not abrasive, and it says for all skin types, but I would definitely say that if you have really active acne breakouts, to be a little bit, you know, careful with it, because it's, ooh, I think it has salicylic acid in it as well. I'm not too sure. It doesn't have vitamin C here, but I absolutely love this thing. Hold on, let me see if I can find what it actually has in it. Okay, so it's vitamin C based, but it's not, it doesn't give you like a tingling feeling. It just has like really tiny micro beads that just make your skin feel so amazing after. And it also brightens your skin as well. So I think you massage this on your face for about a minute and you leave it on for, I think, 5 to 10 minutes. And then you rinse it off, and then you can follow up with this little guy here. And this is their Glycolic Lactic Radiance Renewal Mask, which is glycolic acid based, and I love these two. I just haven't committed to the big ones yet, which I probably should, but Peter Thomas Roth kind of stole my heart on this trip, so maybe the next one I will give the Ren skincare line a try. Okay, let's move on to makeup. Okay, where do I start? Okay, let's start with these, because the first thing I would say that I'm really excited about, even though I bought so many foundations that I'm beginning to question why I bought so many foundations, but you guys know how it is, right? We girls just want to see what else is out there, if any of these are better than the ones that we already have. Anyways, I probably should have done this before, but okay, so a couple months ago I was on Sephora and I just realized that every company, I don't know how they do this. If any of you guys know how they do this, like, do they send a memo out and say, okay, by the way, let's start making color corrector package or products? I don't know, like, how did everybody know to start making these? But anyways, you know, that's why I said sometimes in life you probably think someone's your competitor, but they're not, if you guys kind of come together for a main cause, because I don't even know how these companies started making all these products. Obviously they're competing against each other for the buck, but yet still they came together and made products for consumers. You know, it's up to you to choose which one you're gonna love. Rambling again, but anyhow, color corrector palettes, guys. Everyone is making them. From Stila to Tarte, to Cover FX, Marc Jacobs, Makeup Forever, everyone is making color corrector shades. The ones that I think caught my attention the most are these ones from Sephora. And they are under the Sephora Panetone Universe, you know, little thingy. I don't know what they are. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. This is what they look like. So there are two of them. One that is the lighter, which is the light medium shades. And then you have the medium dark shades. I ended up going with both of them because I just really fell for these. I looked at the other ones and these retail for about 61 Canadian. But you get so much. I mean, you get a lot of product and a huge mirror that you guys could see. So you're getting so much for the money. And I think that if you're a makeup artist, these would be great. They are not just corrector palettes, they actually are concealers as well. And let me show you guys what the dark shade looks like. So very dark, like there are shades for every different skin tone, as you guys could see. I'm so excited about these. Once again, as I said, they are very creamy. So I think that they would be perfect for different skin types. If you guys are not familiar with the whole color correcting thing, I think that this is where I would do the demo for you guys using these palettes, because I definitely think that it's worth it to especially see what each can do. Well, the other thing is that they also come with a chart that shows you, you know, like different types of colors and how to use them and what to do with them. If you have dark circles, if you have hyperpigmentation, and different skin types as well. Let's continue with the whole foundation thing. I actually have 3 foundations to share with you guys. I'm gonna start with these ones because these are not new. This is just my first time getting them. These are the Lancome Teinte Idole Ultra 24-hour foundations. I never had these. And these are the types of foundations that I actually love. I love long wear foundations. The only issue I had is that none of the colors fit me perfectly or as good as I would like, so I ended up having to get 2 shades. The first one I got was shade 410, which is a warm shade, and the next one down from that, which is 460 Suede W. So this is what they look like. This one is too dark, and obviously this one is way too light, so I do have to mix my foundations because, I mean, I guess I could have gone with that, but I noticed that when I do use darker foundations, I oxidize even darker throughout the day, even if I, you know, highlight and do all that good stuff. So for a foundation like this that I think I'm gonna like as much, I don't mind getting 2 shades, because especially come summer, I can see myself using a lot more of this formulation as opposed to something that is a little bit more hydrating and dewy. I can even mix my formulations as well, like something like, say, my Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation that I did do a review on. I can always mix it with a formula like this to make it a little bit more long wearing. The other foundation I got was the Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint Foundation. I got it in the shade Medium Dark to Seychelles. So this one is dark for me. I did order this one online. However, I would say that it is too dark. I'm not sure how this would look come summer. It will probably fit me a lot better, and I'm still wondering if I should return it, or especially a foundation like this is where it would come in handy, because I can always mix the 2 together and get a better shade. But I don't know, maybe I'll go back to Sephora and actually look at the other shades that they do have there and see if I can get a closer match. I'm weird. I think the next shade up is Cuba, but I prefer Seychelles more than Cuba. I know, weird, but I would prefer to go to Seychelles than Cuba. Even though I've been to Cuba, but I don't know. But anyways, that's what Seychelles look on me, and I think this is how it would look on my skin tone. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it or if I'm going to get another shade that is going to match me a little bit better. But the last foundation I got, okay, so I was watching Samantha here on YouTube. I think she goes by Battleash, but her name is Samantha. And she did a video, and I was reading, I don't know, somehow I was in the comment section or I was looking at something, and somebody mentioned that, oh, by the way, Samantha, it was the top comment too. Oh, did you know that they reformulated the YSL Touche Eclait foundation? And she loves that foundation. I'm trying to remember if I purchased this foundation when it first launched or if I got a sample of it. All I know is that I hated it. It was dewy. And it's so weird that I ended up buying this foundation with the same issue that I had before. And the fact that Sephora doesn't have the shade BD60, which I feel like would be a better match for me. I ended up going with B60. So there's BD50 or BD60, and then there's B60. If I'm wrong, I'll leave it in here, but they never have the B60. Anyways, I ended up going with the shade B70. And did I mention it's the YSL Touche Eclait Le Teint Awakening Weightless Radiance Flawless Coverage Foundation. Anyhow, they did reformulate this foundation. I don't think it's, you know, classified as a new foundation, but I do know that they reformulated it. I've wanted to love this foundation since it came out. So I'm hoping that, you know, the reformulation is gonna be a little bit better for me. These are things that I would definitely give you guys a first impressions on. Anyways, as I said, I ended up with the shade B70, which once again is gonna be a little bit too reddy for me. And what do you guys think I'm gonna say? This is where this foundation once again will come in so handy, because it has that nice yellow base to it. And you know, a foundation like this, even though they don't have my shade, I can always mix it together to, you know, get the foundation to work for me a little bit better. But there is a way that YSL do their foundation where I think there's a pink undertone, a neutral undertone, and a warm undertone. And the ones that are B, I forgot what B stands for. The girl did explain it to me, but that's how I ended up with a B70. And the problem that I had initially with this foundation that I didn't like, and it's the same issue now, is also the fact that the shades are very, very, very limited. So if you guys are, say, maybe, you know, going into that deep complexion, I'm not sure if you're gonna have a shade that is going to match you, but B70 is a shade that is too dark for me. So I would say that this will probably fit up to a NC50, maybe. I'm guessing here, but maybe NC50 is probably gonna be a tad bit too light for you, but I would say that this is where this foundation would be better suited as. Definitely not ANC45 for those people that are more familiar with MAC shades. Yeah, and I think that's for foundations. Actually, you know what? I just want to mention two more to you guys, because these are ones that I even got as 100-point perks, or what did I get them as? 100-point perks, as well as beauty deals. Someone asked me to do a review on this foundation, and that's how I ended up choosing these. And I've actually been trying to choose my color on the Clinique, on Sephora. But anyways, these are the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. The shades that I do have are 21 Cream Caramel and 24 Golden. This one is a tad too dark, and this one is a tad too light. This one's 21, this one's 24. But I think in the warm family, they're like right close to each other. The other one that I did, you know, choose as well, I think this one was a beauty deal, is the Clinique Chubby in the Nude foundation stick. And this one is in the shade 08, I think. Actually, no, 24 Gargantuan Golden, and that's what it looks like. So this is something as well that I've actually put this in my cart, but I put it in my cart in the darkest shade that they had, because I wanted to try it as a contouring product. And it's actually really, really, really nice. It goes on very, 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 very smooth. And I think that would be a good match for me as well. So once again, if you guys want to see these demoed, I don't know if I'm gonna commit to them. I've never actually tried them. I can do them as a first impression. And I mean, if I love them, I love them. But this is definitely one that if I love the formulation of this one, I can see myself purchasing it, because I did want to purchase this before. I just couldn't figure out my shade on the Sephora website. But the number 21, I'm gonna swatch it right there. Oh, I actually like the application wand as well. And this is supposed to, probably it's reminded me of the Milani Correct foundation and concealer foundation that I hear a lot of people talking about. But this is what they look like. I'm sure you guys could see 21 is the lighter shade and 24 is the one beside it, which is, you know, sort of like the darker shade. Okay, I'm gonna stay on skin a bit because I wanted to mention this product that I picked up. And of course you guys have seen the Kathleen Lights. Well, I don't know if you guys have seen. I have seen the Kathleen Lights video where she talked about this product. Everybody's going crazy over it. I have had this thing now for probably a month and I've never tried it. For some reason, I'm scared of it. I'm just scared of it. Like, I don't trust whenever somebody says, you know, like something like this, I'm wondering, are you really gonna work on deeper skin tone, or are you just saying that? Because for some reason I'm thinking this is gonna look hella gray on me. Like I'm not prepared to have a bad makeup day because of this product. So if anyone has tried it, I don't know, just let me know, because I'm scared of trying it. And it's like I haven't had a day where I can actually put makeup on and test it out without going out. So I haven't had a chance to, you know, experiment with that at all. Okay, I have two eyeshadow palettes, but these are not new. The Lorac Nude Necessities palette that my parents got for me in Florida a few weeks ago, because this is sold at Ulta and there isn't a Ulta in Canada, and neither do they you know, deliver to Canada. But it's just a basic, honestly the most basic neutral palette that you could probably, yeah. So this is what some of these swatches look like. Honestly, Lorac is just one of those companies. They always put like 5, 6 of the same colors in the palette. Like this palette looks like it has literally 3 shades ranged in light, medium, dark. There's just no variety in this palette. And once again, I know I probably could have, you know, seen that in pictures. My parents were there, and every time they go, they were like, oh, we see your store, do you want anything there? And I'm like, oh, what do I want? You know, like when they're not there, I probably go on Ulta and see 5 million things that I want, but when they're there and they're calling me, I'm like drawing a blank. But this is the only thing I could think about. But I wanted to show you guys that, I don't know, I think if you're fair skin, you could definitely get away with it as a basic neutral palette, but if you're not, skip it, to be honest. Okay, this is something I want to show you guys, because when this first came out, the Tartelette palette, I was just like, I mean, I am probably one of the few people that love, actually I shouldn't say that. This is one of those palettes that I've heard people love and I've heard people really, really, really hate, but I love this palette. This Tartelette original palette is one of my most used neutral palettes that I have. Like, it has all matte shades and I just love it. I love everything about it. But when this came out, I honestly was not interested at all. I think it was just the shimmers that were throwing me off, and because those were so basic and versatile, I just didn't think that this was a good follow-up to that palette. Like, I don't know, I looked at it and I was just right. The only shades that I love in this palette, because I've actually had it since I went to LA, I purchased it at the Tarte booth, I know. I purchased it at the Tarte booth, and I think I paid like maybe 30 USD for it, so I didn't pay full price for it, and that's why I ended up getting it. But I feel like the lighter shades, the four light shades here, in addition to the one at the bottom, they all look the same on my skin tone. Like, they all look the same. I'm building and they all coming out the same, that whitey chalky color. And then the dark shades over here are beautiful. The metallic shades are beautiful as well, but I find that I need a good base in order for them to really show up pigmented and very metallic, which is what I'm going for. But I think it's a good palette to have. I mean, it's cute, but I personally wouldn't run out and, you know, buy it if you were even thinking about it. Okay, I think I'm gonna be just showing you guys stuff now, because the video is getting long and I'm getting tired of talking. So this is where I start to edit. But anyhow, I also got a couple of the melted chocolate from the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Liquified Long Wear Lipsticks. This one is in the shade Chocolate Honey, which I loved actually this release of where they did all those chocolate colors. I just look at them and I'm just like, oh, so pretty. Even though I haven't been a big fan of these liquefied lipsticks from Too Faced, and I actually love Too Faced as a brand. Surprisingly, I love Too Faced as a brand. But anyways, melted chocolate liquefied lipsticks in the shade, what are they? Chocolate Milkshake is this nice, beautiful peachy shade. And then Chocolate Honey is this sort of nudie, brownie nude, which is just so pretty. I just pictured these looking really, really nice on, you know, more colored, deeper skin tones. So I love that. Okay, I actually didn't buy much lipsticks this month, which is weird. No, it's not weird for me. You guys know what I love, but I'm gonna mention these two products. And this is the Anastasia brow definer. Once again, I've had this sitting here probably since January and I've not tried it. I purchased this when it first came out, but anyhow, I ended up going with the shade Chocolate. And for those that don't know, Anastasia, usually she's known for her brow wiz, which is very, you know, fine, very skinny at the top. And then she released these brow definers that are a lot chubbier, let's put it that way. So they have sort of like this weird triangular tip to it as opposed to just like a pencil. I don't know how I feel about this yet, guys. Honestly, I have to play around with this. But as you can see from the difference in the package, the brow wiz is skinny and this one is just a little bit, you know, bigger, plumper. So I don't know if I'm gonna love it. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna love it or not. But I'm very excited to try it because I'm thinking it's gonna give my brow a different look, which I'm all for. But different in a good way, you know, different in a, I tried something different and I like it. Like honestly, when I see this pencil, it actually reminds me of Kim Kardashian because her brows are not like in a point at the end. It sort of like has the same shape from the beginning to end. So I've been experimenting with my brow because it's like that fuller, more, I don't know, 90s type of brow, which is a little unkempt but still polished at the same time. I don't know, guys, I don't know, but this is what this is giving me, that look in my mind. Anyways, the next product I'm actually going to mention these two alike because Kat Von D, I mean, we love Kat Von D products, right? Love. The first thing I'm going to mention, and only because these are even removed from the Sephora website, I'm at the point where I don't know if I should return this or keep it. And initially when they came out, I loved the concept of it because I'm someone that loved to gradient everything on my face. So when I saw these, I was like, oh my God, perfect. Like 2 different color blushes. And then I decided to get one, and I probably use this twice, guys, and I'm sure you can figure out how long I've had this for a while. This one is in the shade Hansel and Gretel, and it's sort of like, oh, even the pen is like really, really wiggly. Like the pen is literally moving. But anyways, it's supposed to be something where you can pretty much gradient your blush. You use one more towards the backs of your cheekbones, and then you can use the lighter shade more on the apples of your cheeks. So that's what that looks like. Once again, I don't know. They've since pulled these from the Sephora website because I think Kat Von D is probably going to do some reformulation and, I don't know, go back to the drawing board with these. Once again, I don't know if I should keep them sort of like as a comparison if she releases these or re-release them, but we'll see. Anyways, also something she released recently, this is the Lock-It color correcting, told you about that color correcting stuff, color correcting eyeshadow primer. These are weird, okay? So they come in fair, light, maybe tan, dark. I think there are 5 shades. Initially, I wanted to pick up 2 of the shades, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the color that I think looks the closest to what I normally use with it, which is the soft ochre paint pot from MAC. I ended up going with the light shade because I was like, you know what? I like my eyeshadows to pop. Like, I want them to pop. This stuff is so creamy. Like, maybe I should probably swatch it in place for you guys to see it. I just don't know what this is supposed to be. I definitely am not trying to color correct. By the way, these things are the same thing. I'm not not try to color correct my eyelids. I know that there are people that have like really thin skin on their lid and you can see the veins, but I'm not thinking about color correcting my eyelids, but I wanted something that is just gonna make my eyeshadow pop. And these do dry down, but I don't know. I haven't even tried it yet. I literally put it on my lid one day. It's one of those days too that I was like, okay, I'm not about to have a day where I'm trying to do my makeup to leave this house and I have to go back in the bathroom and wash it off. So I think I was just kind of scared a little bit. So I was just like, put it on my lid just a little bit. I started to tap it out and it started to feel really kind of weird. So I like wiped it off and proceeded with what I usually use. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to commit to anything right now, but I'm feeling like I'm going to do like a first impressions video where I test, you know, a lot of these things, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take one for the team and I'm going to do it. Anyways, are you guys interested in this Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil? I am going to talk about this because I am a sucker for a good bronzer. This one is in the shade Dark. Oh, when it comes to the point your leg is trying to fall asleep. Anyways, the Too Faced, I actually have two last products I want to mention from Too Faced. But anyways, Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil. I've been wanting to try this bronzer for such a long time. I actually have two bronzers here. Where's the other one? Where is the other one? And the reason I remember is because there are things that I want to try. Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. I mean, I don't know if this is brown girl friendly, I'll be honest, but it's one of those ones that I wanted to try. And the fact that it comes with a little brush, you know, I'm interested in. This is definitely something you guys will see me, you know, test out. I don't even want to swatch it or anything because I just wanted to mention it, but it's not something that I'm like, oh my God, look what I have. This though is something that I'm very excited about, which is the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil. I've wanted them to come out with a darker shade of this for such a long time because I just think companies think that dark girls don't like to bronze. And let me tell you, I love a bronze, okay? I love a bronze. So look at it. It's just so pretty. It's such a nice, pretty, dark. Well, it's not dark. I mean, I won't say that if you're like chocolate you're gonna get a bronze, but I like it. I definitely think that this will show up on my skin tone and it's not too orange, which is a bonus. Like, I like warmth, but I don't like to look orange, you know what I mean? Like, that is not a good look on any skin tone. So yes, Dark Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced finally. And this, out of everything that I've shown you guys, is just, oh, let's take a moment. It's a highlighter by Too Faced, okay? Backstory to this highlighter. I purchased this in the Christmas season. This is actually still available on the Sephora website, which I'm quite happy about because this is just one of the best things that I picked up during the Christmas. This is the only Christmas palette I got this year. Last year I probably got so many of them. But there is a highlighter in this palette called Flush. And the first time I tried this, I was just like, okay, can you please make this in a full size? Like, please make this in a full size. Such a beautiful glow. It's not like a shimmery, brightened, glowy. It's just such a beautiful candlelit, but a little bit above candlelit glow. Anyways, here comes Too Faced now with their Candlelight Glow Highlighting Duo. Girl, this one is the warm glow. There's two of them. There is one that looks golden and there's one that has like a pinky type to it. Oh my God. I mean, this is such a beautiful highlighter and it actually has like a chandelier in it. I don't know if my thing is probably not doing this any justice, guys, but it is such a beautiful highlighter. When I saw this online Sephora, I was just like, okay, there she is. I've been waiting for you. Thank you, Too Faced, for doing something that you didn't even know I wanted, but you made it. Thank you. This is such a beautiful, glowy, gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous highlighter. I cannot, guys. And once again, this is something that I have to demo because I'm seeing it a lot better in person. The fact that it also has the 2 shades to it as well, so it has like a lighter and a darker version side to it. I love this. I love this a lot. Hold on. So that is it for this video, guys. Oh my god, I feel so winded. Like, I feel so thirsty right now. Anyways, thank you for watching, for sticking around, and for checking out my haul. Stay tuned for some reviews and demos and all that good stuff using this. As I said, I don't want to promise anything, but I do want to do like a first impression video where I kind of use a lot of these, but I definitely want to do some reviews on especially the foundations for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.